breakfast for lunch. Flatbed sometimes. I know you know what I'm talking about. It is one of those days. So this is my first week on GLP-1. I am Zepbound, so I'll be took my first shot last Friday afternoon, and I will take my second shot tomorrow. Thank y'all for being here. This is KendyK all day. Oh, I need my protein shake. So I am intentionally using the KendyK protein. Intentionally using the KendyK protein, and I opened this protein shake on the 3rd because this is what I'm using instead of milk to make my oatmeal with, because that will give me more protein into the oatmeal. I used a 1/3 of a cup last time of oatmeal, and I ended up having to eat oatmeal in 2 sittings that day. So I am just going to go in with a 1/4 of a cup because 1/4 is smaller than 1/3. So this is 1/4 of a cup of oatmeal, KendyK protein oats. And if you add milk, you get an extra 6 grams. And instead of milk, I am using Quest 30-gram protein shake in lieu of the milk. So that was 1/4 of a cup of oats. And with milk would have been 6 extra grams of protein. So I don't know how much this is, but this is using 30-gram protein shake. So that sounds pretty good to me. And y'all, I'm just going to add a little filtered water from the fridge to that. This is how I make my 1-minute oats. But if you have something special that you use to zhuzh yours up, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. Always. 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 This is fresh mint. And it smells divine. Okay. And then I have I've got to be intentional. I always leave my mint and my lemon so you know where I'm going in next. Okay. We'll cut that up next. I didn't even realize I had that mint in the fridge. And y'all, I need to do meal prep on my apples because normally I use my Mueller dicer for this. So I'm just going to dice them by hand. And then I actually warm my apples up when I microwave my oats, or you can steep them. I could put on the electric tea kettle, but I already have too much water in here now. So I use 30-gram protein shake. Oop, I got a long one in there. So today for breakfast, I feel hungry. Yesterday for breakfast, wasn't interested in eating. Wasn't interested in it. And as you can see, this is why, oop, I left the fridge open. So I'll cut up the rest of this apple. But this is a good source of fiber. And then to ensure I get fiber, because that has been my week 1, I had heard through the very supportive GLP-1 community in this little corner, our little corner of YouTube, that constipation is a known. My dietitian told me that. The doctor told me that. My primary care told me that. Everybody told me that. But I'm like, oh, I'm on top of that. I'll just keep eating my apples. But who knew that I really wouldn't want even an apple? Had a little bad part there, so I cut it off. It's still fine. Thank you for the heart. No problem, friends. No problem. Nope. No problem at all. We have busy lives. So, y'all, I'm just going to take the leaves off of the mint. I washed my mint. And this is just a mint. I actually had it in the refrigerator, and so it's going, the rest of these are going in because they're all like brown, wilted. But I was able to pop these in some ice cold water, and they are back. Y'all know KendyK? Y'all, so pick up your fresh mint and things. You know I picked mine up at Walmart. You already know. But speaking of Walmart, the Consumer Reports did a study for 2026. And friends, they found that Walmart is not the cheapest grocery store in America. I repeat, Walmart is not the cheapest grocery store in America. Not for 2025. So come on, Walmart. It had a little wilted piece on it. But I'm just taking off these mint leaves and I'm going to add them to some lemon water. Man, I dropped one. Man, oh man. Walmart is no longer the crown jewel of grocery market shopping, according to Consumer Reports. What they found was for the groceries that they picked up the same 10 or 20 grocery items from the most common stores, and they found that for one, Sam's Club and Costco were significantly cheaper than Walmart. Statistically significant, if you know anything about that from a research standpoint. So I need to nuke it for just a little bit more. 1/4 of a cup of oatmeal, 1/4 a cup of 30-gram protein shake in lieu of milk, and a little bit less than 1/4 of a cup of water. So here's our oatmeal. And let's boost that up with some more protein. With some chopped pecans. Chopped pecans. Oh, 1/4 of a cup. What did I do with the measuring cup? It should be right in front of my face. And it is. But 1/4 of a cup of pecans is a whole lot. So we're not going to use 1/4 of a cup. But we can give ourselves a good sprinkle. That's going to give us 1/4 of a cup of pecans is 3 grams. So 1 ounce would be 3 grams of protein. So we probably got, I don't know, about 1.5 more grams of protein. And let's boost it with a little bit more fiber. Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome in. It's KendyK all day. Give me just a second, and I'm going to read the chat. Yes, I did not do a full meal prep, meaning I usually mix. And y'all, I use these Ocean Spray 50% less sugar craisins. To me, they are still so sweet and add just enough sweetness. And so 40 grams of craisins would be 100 calories. Doesn't give you any protein, but gives you 10 grams of fiber. So we're just going to do a little sprinkle. Calamity Jane, welcome in, friend. We're gonna boost that fiber, baby, because fiber and constipation on GLP-1. Thank you. Thank you all for sharing the GLP-1 community. So my last thing that I picked up in my mini grocery haul, I don't think I even had this over here, did I? But it's the Equate brand, the Walmart brand of Miralax. And friend, we just gonna cut everything with Miralax. I'm just gonna cut everything with Miralax. When I gathered dinner yesterday, I sprinkled Miralax on my carrot souffle and my green beans. And I can't taste it. Some people say they can, but I can't taste it. Ooh, don't those oats look good? So I'm having a protein, high fiber, high protein, because I'm using the Kodiak oats. So it's 10 grams of protein, and then another 6 grams if you use milk instead of water. And I use 30-gram protein shake instead of water. And we added, for fiber, we added fresh apples and half sugar craisins. These are the half sugar craisins. Oh, y'all, it smells so yummy over here. It smells like lemon, thanks to this Bath and Body Works kitchen lemon. It smells just like Meyer lemons, fresh Meyer lemons. Plus, I do have a fresh lemon here and some fresh mint, so it smells amazing over here. Well, thank y'all for being here. Hey, Brenda, you're back. Thank you, friend. So I am doing my quick breakfast for lunch. Because, friends, I have also been dealing with nausea this week. I must tell you that as well. This is week 1 on Zepbound. So a bland lunch like oatmeal seems very safe for me. Plus, I need to push that fiber. And I felt hungry. I think Grant was sharing with me yesterday, one day this week, Grant's faithful GLP-1 journey. He was sharing with me that it may not be a good idea to wait until I feel hungry. Just go ahead and eat so that I can get protein pushed down in me, because I do need protein and fiber and carbs to fuel my body, right? Or however he put that, but it sounded, yeah, I got the gist of what he was saying. Thank you to those 4 humans. So if you are catching us on the vertical stream, and you should be, because that's the only stream I'm using is vertical, don't forget to tap in so that you can see the comments and write your own. Yeah, it didn't sound as eloquent as when you said it and how you said it. So blame that on me. But you were making a good point. I know what your point was. Your point was you probably want to stay on a schedule for eating. Just to kind of, routines. And I do tend to thrive on routines. So we've got Brenda Huckleby, Calamity Jane, Grant's Faithful GLP-1 Journey. Thank you, friends, for joining me. Simply Debbie Sue, how are you doing today? Using your phone to share. What does that mean? Grant. Grant's working too. I know we're all working. Because we're just part-time creators. Think 916 framing. Absolutely. I already knew that from just being a StreamYard Mars user with the dual streams. But there was 2 dual keys. Not dual, it was 2 separate keys. So now this gets us down to 1 key to unlock both streams, which is better for our overall algorithm, especially as small and new content creators. Yep. So 916, the ratio 9 to 16 is the ratio for 9 by 16 pixels is the ratio on the vertical stream. So when I was testing in StreamYard, I was, of course, on my laptop. I don't know if that was evident to everybody. So I was in landscape, and I did not set up the Mars feature. I only had to utilize the, and it now says recommended that you just use the landscape and then hop over to YouTube streaming and toggle on the dual stream. I do have some visuals ready for that. So for Shop Talk tonight, I think I will still be using the Mars feature with both my 2 separate keys because of the visuals I have planned to use tonight. But I will definitely be using this because the more we can get dual analytics for 2 streams, not dual analytics, 1 big analytics run of watch hours, etc., that gives us much better analytics to be combining the vertical and horizontal analytics into 1 key. If I'm making any sense, I may not be. Yeah, I've been buying the, my mom taught me to buy the 50% less sugar craisins because otherwise it's almost too sweet for me, especially for a breakfast. Looks like we're all already connected. Glad that. Oh, never been much of a breakfast eater. Oatmeal is working for me at the moment because it is bland. And I've been having different little bouts of nausea. So I will tell you all, I can tell that I need my shot tomorrow because I started having hunger and thinking about snacking. So it started yesterday, but really this morning I woke up and I was like, okay, I need to eat. But, you know, I started doing some things and setting up the live stream. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, friends. The phone rang. You know that stops your stream. I should have put it on Do Not Disturb. So, y'all, I don't know. I'm hungry. I'm eating. This is the 4th of a cup. Usually I fix a half a cup of oatmeal. And this is a 1/4 of a cup. So this is half of that. First day I had oatmeal since I took my first GLP-1 shot last Friday. I had a 1/3 cup of oatmeal and I had to eat it in 2 sittings. Like I literally put a lid on it and put it in the refrigerator. I know, Paula. I was just going to mention that like me and my mom, like if my mom makes monkey bread or banana bread. And we like put craisins and raisins. We like love it. We love us some craisins, especially the 50% less sugar. And Chopped pecans. Now, my mama is a walnut lady. Y'all drop in the comments. Let me know what your favorite nut is. My mom is a walnut lady. I love pecans. And I also like pistachios. And I'm going to pick up some pistachios at Sam's Club, which is now the cheapest grocery store in America, according to Consumer Reports. Beating out Walmart. And I have always said that, ooh, Shayna says, is it Shayna? We have another creator. Brazilian nuts. Okay, I think I've had Brazilian nuts. Don't remember what they taste like, but I like pistachios, salted and shelled. Ooh, you like yours with walnuts. I don't know where I picked up the pecans, y'all. Do y'all say pecan or pecans? It doesn't matter. They're still good. Okay, I think I'm pushing the food around more than I'm eating it. So that must mean I'm done. Y'all, this like literally takes you back to your childhood, I'm telling you. It's a lot. First week on GLP-1s. So let me see if I can cut my apple up. And now the rest of this apple will be apple slices if I need a snack, because I don't take my next shot until tomorrow. And if I snack, ooh, the apple's good. Sweet. Uh-uh. You know, I used to have an apple core. It would core the apple, take the core out the middle, and cut it into like 6 wedges or something. It might be in Washington. Sometimes I wake up and I don't know what state I'm in. I'll be like, what is up? Hey there, Paul. Welcome in, friend. Paul on wheels. Okay, looks like everybody knows you. Well, Paul, nice to meet you, friend. Ooh, cranberry salad. Somebody else was talking about a cranberry salad. Somebody on YouTube, in our little corner of YouTube. Hey there, Lala. Y'all, Lala had grapefruit. Ooh, that apple is really good. And this is what remains of my oatmeal. 1/4 of oatmeal, 1/4 of a cup of oatmeal fortified with 30-gram protein shake. Backed up with some apple, diced apple for fiber, and 50% less sugar craisins for fiber. And chopped pecans, because KendyK likes chopped pecans, but gives me a little bit more protein. Okay, let me stand up before I cut my fingers. We're cutting this lemon to make us some lemon water. So I know that me being prepared and I made cucumber water and lemon water this week. That helped. And Lala would tell you, just like I would tell you. Oh, ugly seed in there. Lala would tell you, just like I would tell you. Make sure you only keep your lemon water and your cucumber water. On the second day, you're going to keep it in there the second day. But then you gotta refresh that because y'all, we gotta make us some living water. We don't want any old moldy fruit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's pop this way. You know what I'm saying? So we are just going in. We're making us some mint water with this mint I found in the same little organic mint container picked up at Walmart, but don't know when, but I plunged these mint leaves in some ice cold water and shocked them back to health. I sure did. I sure did. Lala, thank you for being a member of KendyK's crew for 7 months, or is it 8? 7 months. Thank you, friend. And I stand corrected. Now, Lala upgraded and became a member of KendyK's core crew. So thank you, friend. Thank you for your intention. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm getting my filtered water pitcher. I'm making us some fresh lemon water. And if I just put the pitcher back in there in my Samsung Bespoke refrigerator and shut the door, it will refill itself and I can finish. Now, I thought those heavier pieces of lemon were going to be at the bottom, but they floated up. It's okay. We tried. We tried, y'all. We tried. I see something floating in my thing. Is this a little gnat in my water? Y'all, there's a little gnat in there. I think that's not the first time I've eaten a gnat. I got them. Would y'all eat the water? There's a little gnat in there. I got them. That's why you gotta wash your fruit and vegetables in hot water. Absolutely. Lala, it's not the first time that you have eaten a little gnat. I didn't eat them because I fished them out. Y'all, that apple slice was turned down into the lemon juice on my cutting mat. Ooh, that lemon is delicious. Delicious. Lala said, Lala, see, that's why I vibe with Lala. She said that little gnat is just a little extra protein. Okay, let me get over here with my people. So sipping on the water, y'all. And that's another thing. I've been very. Debbie Sue said, KendyK, go ahead on, drink that water. Because you fished a little dead gnat out of there. Sure did. Thank you, Lala. I can't open this little drawer where I keep the little rings at for my mason jars. And these are quart-sized wide mouth mason jars. Yes. And so maybe, yeah, it was an eventful week 1 on Zepbound. And eventful. Y'all, I'm eating the rest of the oatmeal. That's not bad. Hi, Kyle. Welcome in. Thank you. Cheers to you too, Kyle. So I think this week I drank one Quest 30-gram protein shake because I knew I needed protein and I knew I could not eat physically other food. So I drank that. And then this one is what I've been using all week since the 3rd. Today's what, the 5th? To push protein. So I sub this in instead of milk in my oatmeal. And I'm going to put my apple slices down here in this lemon juice. Then my apples won't turn colors. It all works well. It all works well. Okay, friends. Well, I'm out of here. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for being here. The lemon water is going to be amazing. And especially after it just like it's in the fridge and then I take it out and then I just put it in my cup and I let it sit. And because I don't like really cold, ice cold water. I don't. So mine's is closer to room temp. Y'all have a good day. Thank y'all for being here. This is KendyK all day. Goodbye for now.